Are you following this Senate candidate, John Fetterman, in Pennsylvania? Thankfully, the mainstream media is now openly questioning his fitness to serve. The editorial board of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette writes, he has not fully recovered from the serious stroke he suffered in May. If Mr. Fetterman is not well enough to debate Dr. Oz, that raises serious concerns about his ability to serve as a United States Senator. And he does not apparently want to debate Oz. Here's what he said when asked about a debate. I mean, that's a normal part of the political process. And here he is, a reporter asking the lieutenant governor about a debate with Oz.
Hey, John, you going to debate Dr. Oz? Hey.
He just walked away. He refuses to answer. Now, here's what's difficult about this. And again, this is hard for me to talk about. I have had a lot of people in my life with health challenges. I try to have deep sympathy and compassion for people struggling. What's Dr. Oz supposed to do when his opponent sounds like that? When his opponent is clearly physically challenged, big time? Well, you risk being called a jerk or worse. Listen to Democrat political strategist Paul Begala on CNN this week.
If Mehmet Oz was kind of a nice guy like Scott Jennings, maybe he could. I'm from Texas. We use double conditionals. He could get away with it, but he's not. He's a jerk. He put out a statement today, his campaign did, that said, Dr. Oz promises not to intentionally hurt John's feelings. At any point in the debate, John can raise his hand and say, bathroom break. Look, a lot of Pennsylvanians can relate to having a health scare. Not a lot of Pennsylvanians can relate to having 10 homes and not even being able to admit how many, or voting in Turkey before you ever voted in Pennsylvania. Oz has a problem, and his problem is he's seen as a phony, and he's seen as out of touch with Pennsylvania, not a real Pennsylvanian, and a carpetbagger. Attacking Fetterman's health in such a clumsy, snotty way, frankly, is not going to help make him more likable. By the way, 68% of Pennsylvanians in the Emerson College poll said that Fetterman's health is not an issue to them.
68% said a guy's health is not an issue to them. Now, Paul Begala's job is to lift Democrats up. But in this case, you got to literally drag this guy across the finish line. And he's up 12 points in the polls. Here's the front runner for the Pennsylvania Senate race.
Please understand the stakes in this race. Send me to Washington, D.C. so I can work with Senator Casey, and I can champion the union way of life in in D.C. Thank you very much, and it's an honor. I live 8 minutes away from here, and when I leave tonight, I got 3 miles away, Dr. Oz in his mansion in New Jersey. You've got a friend and you have an ally. Send me to Washington, D.C. Thank you very much. Thank you, Steelworkers.
We didn't edit that. We didn't put anything together. That was unedited. That's what he sounds like. And of course, his mental or physical challenges notwithstanding, he is so far left and so wildly, radically extremist, it isn't even funny. He's ahead in the polls? Pennsylvania, are you kidding me? That guy's the front runner? You're going to elect him? That's impossible. This poor guy, did you hear that? That's this week. And the Philadelphia, all the Philadelphia media, the Pennsylvania media, they're all saying we're not real sure that this guy is physically capable of serving his duties as a United States senator. Senator, it's an important position. A lot of power, a lot of responsibility. And, ideological wackiness is one thing. The inability to speak in a complete, he's not going to debate Oz. He's ducking the debates. How could that guy debate anybody? Debate. He's not able to speak. And that's not cruel to point that out. Everybody's praying for his recovery from his apparently debilitating stroke. But this isn't even a legitimate process. He shouldn't be a candidate. That's like wheeling somebody out it's like Weekend at Bernie's and say that vote for that guy. It's very sad. And it would be, you want to talk about a tragedy? That guy becoming Pennsylvania's United States Senator would be a tragedy. I don't think of Pennsylvania as a wildly radical state. I don't think of Pennsylvanians as being people who are a bunch of wild-eyed, far-left crazies. And on top of a guy who apparently literally believes in freeing thousands of people serving life sentences. Consider that. He wants to release not hundreds, but thousands of inmates serving life sentences. If you're serving life in prison, you have done something or some things really awful. You're a bad dude or dudette. You're not a good person. This guy, again, this is a far left social construct. Too many black people are in jail. We got to free black prisoners, no matter what they did.
We have a catastrophic bottleneck in our prisons of over 5,000 men and women condemned to die in prison. And many of them, I believe, personally, are deserving of a second chance.
That's right. We've got thousands of people serving lifetime prison sentences who must be free. We need to let that's an army of criminals that Fetterman would unleash upon the American people. It's impossible for me to believe that Dr. Oz wouldn't win. It's impossible for me to believe that a guy who is in such bad shape physically and is so wildly radical ideologically could possibly become the next senator from the state of Pennsylvania. That's insanity.